interwebs, and thanks for tuning into TradeChat. The other day I did a video of the things I like and dislike about Cataclysm, which if you want to watch and you haven't seen it, it'll open in a new window if you click right there. And I just wanted to make a couple follow-up points to that video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, remember to rate it thumbs up. So one of the points that I touched on in the things that I like and dislike about Cataclysm video is that I really dislike the way that it was so easy to boot people from looking for group. So rather than just bitching about it, I did some thinking up in my brain, and I thought of some things that might give Blizzard a solution to this problem. So this is my suggestion to Blizzard to maybe like fix LFG a little bit, and I think the primary thing is that it should be more of a hassle to kick someone. You shouldn't just frivolously kick someone. It should be, oh my god, this person is like intolerable. It's a social game. You should learn to interact with people, not just fucking spout off at the mouth and then kick them out of the group. Like, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I never encountered jerks like this prior to LFG. So this is my suggestion. I am not saying that it would be perfect, so don't get me wrong. This was just an idea I came up with the other night, and I decided I would share it with you. So my idea to fix it is to implement a 3-question quiz before you can kick someone. And what you would do is you would vote to kick, and then it would come up and it would say, is this player AFK? You'd answer yes or no. Is this player rude in chat? Answer yes or no. Has this player caused the group to wipe? Yes or no. These questions would appear randomly, and the yeses and nos would appear randomly so that people couldn't spam right through them. Then, if any one category is unanimously answered by everybody, that's when the person will get kicked. That way you know the person was actually like unfriendly in chat or actually caused a wipe. It's not just one person being a jerk and a couple people joining the bandwagon. Like, all 4 people would have to agree that this person was responsible for being unfriendly in chat, or for causing a wipe, or for being AFK. I think that that would be a great idea. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, what about low DPS? How come you didn't mention low DPS? In my opinion, if Blizzard thought that performance was supposed to be measured based on DPS, they would have included DPS meters in the game stock. I'm not talking about raids, so don't freak out here. I am certainly not talking about raids or a gilded situation. I am talking about a random LFG group that should not be a big deal, and it should not be taken seriously. I do not think that some random person on a random server who you don't know should be held responsible to meet this number for this add-on that has nothing to do with Blizzard that you implemented on your own. That is unfair to hold people to something that is not in the game already. It's just not right. It's not fair. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I don't think that DPS is the almighty most important thing ever. I think it's way more important that you are not causing wipes, that you're not rude, and that you're not AFK. Yeah, I just got a little emotional and passionate about that, so forgive me. Another thing I forgot to mention in the things I like and dislike about Cataclysm video was the Valor cap, and any cap really on any sort of currency. I think it's stupid. I think it's really dumb that you can only get so many Valor points a week, even from like raiding. Like, I understand the cap on like you only get so many from looking for group like extras or 7 a week or whatever it is, but I do not understand how there's a cap overall. If you want to run every friggin' raid in the game and your 7 heroics, you should be able to get all of the rewards for that. I think that a system of capping the gear and capping the currency encourages people not to play. I understand when an expansion first comes out wanting to limit the amount of progression. I get that. But we are not at a point where the expansion has just come out. I don't think there's going to be another raid before Mist of Pandaria comes out. I mean, there might be. I could be wrong. I am no fortune teller, but I doubt it. And so we're at the very last raid in the game, and there's still a point. There's still a cap on Valor points. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I think a Valor point cap is the stupidest thing ever of all time. What else? Do I have anything else? I think that's it. I think that's it for now. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about my 3-question quiz unanimous answer idea to kick people. And let me know what you think about the Valor point cap. What do you think about these things? Do you think that people should just be able to get kicked for low DPS or whatever reason people decide? Or do you think that there should be more strict guidelines? Or as far as the Valor cap, do you think there should be a cap to keep people from getting gear quickly, or whatever the deal is? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, or upload a video response. And while you're thinking about that, check out today's screenshot of the day. And it looks like that's my cue, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Now, you'll probably notice that I didn't say anything about DPS, and that's because, in my opinion, Blizzard did not implement DPS meters into the game. They are not part of the default UI. And I don't think it's fair to expect someone to uphold a standard based on something that is not directly in the game. I don't think DPS is the most important thing. I think that not wiping a group is important. I think that not being rude is important. And I think not being AFK is important. If you are generally there and not doing any of those things, I don't think that you deserve to get kicked just because you aren't perfect on your rotation yet, because we're talking about situations where we're maybe not even max level. Like, I do not think that DPS should be a factor, because if DPS would be a factor, Blizzard should have built-in DPS meters. You would go in and you do /who, and then you do your level bracket, and then if you maybe wanted a paladin for kings, and then you wanted a priest for the stamina buff, and maybe you wanted this, that, and you could compile your group the way that you wanted. Everybody had to travel there and summon, and it was like a 30-minute process to get a group together at least, and people didn't screw people over the way they do in groups now. If someone wiped, if the group wiped, it wasn't like, oh, we're all fucking leaving and you're all terrible and you're noobs and you're assholes and you're this, that, and the other thing. It was like, oh, well, what did we do wrong? Let's try again. Like, I never encountered assholes the way I encountered assholes in World of Warcraft prior to this random LFG system. And I think that one of the issues really comes from the way that you're able to boot people. Like, I have been in a lot of groups that will boot people at inappropriate times for doing low DPS. I personally have no issue with somebody doing low DPS. As long as you're not wiping the group, as long as you're not pulling aggro, as long as you're not fucking rude in chat, as long as you're not AFK, I don't care. As long as you're not generally impairing the group, I don't care. So my issue is really with people that get booted for like low DPS, because I think that's stupid. How are you gonna ever learn to do higher DPS if you're not allowed to practice, I guess? So this is my suggestion to Blizzard of how they could potentially fix the like kick someone from an LFG group thingamabob.